Hello everybody, good to see you guys again. This class is dedicated for the full healing of Baruch Ben Era, Esther Bat Batya, and Olam Yisrael, Tiferet Tivka Bat Esther, Shalom Bat Esther. Every person in the whole world should have full healing from everything, from physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, financially, psychologically. Got it. Alright, and for the full success of Amos Malka and Orel, Akadosh, and Lev and Allah Bezat Hashem. And our new friend Laszlo. So we have a very special, beautiful topic. And that topic is that everything is spiritual. And this is another part of our series of how to deal with emotional pain. That there's another aspect of emotional pain that we can dissect, that we can help us to deal with it and to get us a tool to figure it out and to not panic and just to level-headed, have a calm response to pain, and to really grow spiritually and become the people we want to be with God. So I was reading here in Gratitude, page 23. It says here that we were very scared. An example of pain and fear and emotional difficulty. We were in front of the Red Sea, the Sea of Reeds, and it was very scary. Behind us were Egyptians. In front of us was the sea. And certainly, everything was from God. Everything was orchestrated by God. And those who saw it as a taste of faith and were able to continue forward, we came through. We came through the sea. He in His divine wisdom willed that the children of Israel be tested. And they had the potential to overcome this trial. From this is an amazing, amazing thing. So, we realize that the gratitude is not contingent on lofty spiritual heights, but rather on something very basic. A decent human being will express gratitude. If you're given a gift, you're going to say thank you. You're a decent human being. And so the success of withstanding the trial depends on the gratitude, but also in Judaism we believe that no challenge that comes to you if you're not able to overcome it. So every challenge that comes to you, you are able to overcome it. God cannot test you by giving you something that's much stronger than you. You're going to fail. So what kind of test is that? It's not fair. It's like you're a 6th grader and all of a sudden you're put in a college course. You're not going to be able to pass. So God wouldn't do that to you. The merciful Creator wouldn't put you in a test where you fail. If you fail just flat on your face and it's too hard for you didn't have the potential to overcome, then it's torture. It's not God. It's not a merciful God of our understanding. Bichlal. It's not at all that. So God gives you a test that's fair. From something that's equal to you, you're able to grow. From something that's much, much, much higher than you, you're just falling flat on your face and you're losing hope and you're despairing and it's not fair even for you. So God makes everything fair. He makes everything fair. He's a just person, a just God. And so something very special we learn is that really when you learn about your challenge, you first need to know it's from God. Why does it mean everything's spiritual? Everything's from God. When everything's from God, then you can know and understand that it's simply a wake-up call, that God wants to wake you up. Just like the test by the waters, by the sea, that God wants us to walk through the water, and it was a test. For the rest of our entire existence as a people, we can now rely back on that test. We know that sometimes when you have a difficult situation, don't know what to do, just continue walking. We needed to learn that lesson. We needed that for eternity, posterity. We need that lesson by the sea. So now we have it, and we know that it's a wake-up call. And the wake-up call is, where's your connection with God? Where are you? Where are you? Are you with God? Where's your connection? Where's your relationship? Where did it go? What happened? So now I wake up. Oh, I remember. Okay, God, I remember I have a connection with you. I have a relationship with you. And then you can know and you can believe that you'll have two things, spiritual growth and a positive outcome. The spiritual growth means that you are able to deepen your relationship with God through the difficulty. And the second thing is that it's for the best. So down the road, that if you look back 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you'll know it was for the best. You'll know that then you'll see it. Now you can't, but then you will see it. So that's what we rely on. And finally, it brings us to an amazing point, or brings us to happiness. We can know, we can be happy. The Maror says, when you study Torah, it brings you to happiness. Why? Because Torah is one amazing way of building a relationship with God. Study the Bible to make a relationship with God, that every letter, every word is a name of God. When we read the Torah, we're calling God by His name. We're calling Him directly by His name, by His holy, pure names that we don't even know what they are. But the whole Torah is the name of God, and every one of those words is the name of God. So it's an amazing, amazing relationship, and that brings us to happiness. When you know that you're not having a challenge, you're not just, oh, I'm just failing, I must be a failure. No, you're saying, God is waking me up. God must want my relationship to be better with Him. God must want me to toil more in that relationship and to develop it. And to answer His wake-up call, God says, hello, it seems like a challenge, but I can just say, hey God back with a smile, and it can bring me to a happy place. When that level is achieved, you can say that now that we have happiness and now that we rely on God, we know everything's spiritual, then we want to succeed. We don't want to fail. I don't want to fall into despair, depression, or any of those feelings, God forbid, because that's not the purpose. If this challenge is from God and my merciful Creator who wants a relationship with me, then why would I want to turn my face and say, no, I don't want? It's like your wife comes to you and tells you, I bought you the most precious, amazing ice cream, and you get depressed. That doesn't make any sense. So same thing by God. God gives you the best thing for you. The best thing for you right now. And maybe that is something challenging for you. But maybe you're going to have to heal through your hurts. And you'll become an amazing person. A person that can give to others. A person who is able to be present. A person who is able to withstand emotional difficulty and still be there for others and teach others how to do it. And maybe that's an amazing good that you won't see for 5, 10, 15, 30, 50, 100 years. I don't care, 120 years from now. But maybe you'll help one other person in life. Maybe one other person was about to jump off the cliff and you helped them to not do that. How do you know what your contribution is? So when you see your challenges as a simple wake-up call from the merciful King of Kings, then you can develop the goodwill. You can say, I want to succeed. God wants me to succeed, and I want to succeed. What's greater than the will of the Creator? That He wants me to succeed. Then I'm just with Him. I'm just with Him. I nullify my will to His will, and I do His will. And you get to a level of goodwill. You just want you realize that you have inside of you a good point that says, I want what God wants. I want to overcome this challenge, and I want to deepen my relationship with the Creator, and I want to have that closeness with Him and that feeling with Him in His heart, my heart too. And that brings you to be happy, brings you to have a point of truth, a good point about yourself. It brings you to a good level of self-confidence to know that you are special from God. And so you're able to take the rebuke with love. When God rebukes you, God says, it's an emotional challenge that I'm sending your way right now. But you're able to take it with love. You're saying thank you. Just like your parents, if you were about to run into the street, and you never knew how to cross the street, you're maybe 2 years old, the parent stops you and yells at you. But they saved your life. But you don't know that when you're 2. When you're 20, you can, okay, makes sense. But when you're 2, you don't know that. So you have to accept that God is like our parent that knows much more than us. We're babies in this realm. We don't know anything about the spiritual. We're barely able to know what we're feeling. We only know the physical. We're able, barely trying to figure out marriage and kids and work and whatever your challenges are. And we realize God is infinite. What is infinite? It's much greater than our parents. It's infinitely greater than our parents. It's infinitely greater than any human we can imagine, any creation we can imagine. It's God. It's infinite. Infinite Creator. And when you imagine that, the wake-up call comes from the infinite Creator Himself, not from His secretary, not from His assistant, not from the vice president, not from, I don't know what, the head of engineering. From the infinite Creator Himself comes His message to you directly. It's a different feeling, it's a different life. It's a life of Emunah. It's a life of faith. And you get there by talking to God in your own words 5 minutes a day, guys. Just try it. Tell me what you think. Subscribe to our channel. Leave your comments, leave your likes, share with your friends, and we should grow. The whole world should enjoy the light of Rabbeinu, the light of Rabbi Nachman, and the whole world should learn how to deal with emotional pain better, so we can all be better functional, better, happier, more fulfilled human beings, and happier people. Thank you so much. Shavua Tov. Have a blessed week. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.